is it truly his fault, or is it the parenting?
Yeah. Because their dad is parenting the best way he knows how.
Yep.
Because of how he was parented. Because of
There
how
you
he
go.
was parented. All that intergenerational stuff.
Yeah,
Man.
it's all the
And all the shame that's triggered by when your kids don't follow what you say and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Or if our boys show vulnerability,
yeah.
if they show anything other than anger, if they show sadness or anxiety, it's like, like, come on, man, you're all right.
Yeah.
Because that triggers us too much because we weren't allowed to have that.
Yeah. It's so disappointing. Every time I hear him fight, man, it brings tears to my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's a grief in my heart because I've seen him grow from young children. My father used to give him lollies and chocolates. They used to jump over the fence, and they were so nice kids.
Yeah.
Now they're violent.
Yeah.
They're aggressive. You can't even say hello to them. They're throwing bottles at houses.
Yeah.
But you can't blame them.
No. It's been modelled to the man.
Yeah,
It's not what's said, it's what's done.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Let's grab these headphones on.
Yeah, man.
This is for your volume. Sweet.
I will also be on the podcast with you over here.
Happy days.
I'll
Yeah.
be jumping in, saying certain things here and there. But
We've also got the TV. If you want to open any articles, statistics, or anything like that, you just let us know. We'll open it up for you.
Yeah, sweet.
So,
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Nice
a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm very excited. It's a subject that's very, very special to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the world, we don't understand enough about it. You know, it's like, I call them special. All these kids that think differently and have different brains, they're special in your own way. They all have special gifts. They think differently. And that's why I've got you on here today, because I think that I can learn something and the listeners can learn something about these neurodivergent children, teens and adults.
Yeah.
What surprises me is over the last couple of years, it's exploded, understanding. So if you want to just touch base a little bit about what you do
Yeah.
and who are you?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me, Ahmad.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I'm Tony Vallance. My wife and I run a clinic in Croydon, so out of East Melbourne, called Building Better Brains. But we've been doing training and support for parents, teachers, allied health professionals and so on for coming up to nearly 10 years now. My background's in a whole lot of things, which is a classic ADHD move. Man, I was the best at working at BP graveyard shifts back in the day. I come from New Zealand originally.
Wow.
Been living in Australia now since 2002.
Okay.
So finally got off my ass and got my citizenship last year.
Oh,
It's a slow burn. It was a slow burn.
It is a slow burn,
Yeah.
but once you achieve that, it's like a little minor success in your life.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect it to be that emotional. Hey, I
Yeah.
was just like,
Did you let some tears out?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for real.
That's the goal, man.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So, so did a lot of jobs and then met my wife working up in Queensland. Didn't want a real job when I finished uni, so I became a dive instructor and working on boats, doing all that stuff.
Beautiful.
And met my wife up there, and then trained to become a teacher.
You fell in love.
I fell in love. Yeah. Well, this was supposed to be stop number one in my trip around the world in my OE.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got stuck on the first step, stuck in Australia, and couldn't be happier. It's been amazing. So we moved down here after 10 years up in Queensland, and back to where she's from, back to Melbourne, and trained as a teacher up there, finished up teaching. About 4 years ago, retrained during the lockdowns as a counsellor and play therapist.
Beautiful.
And we set up the clinic 4 years ago next month. So it's been amazing working with autistic kids and teenagers. So autism, ADHD, these sort of challenges these kids have. And then doing a lot of support with parents and so on. So lots of education, lots of understanding, lots of forgiveness, lots of support with shame and how we parent the way we were parented and how we often kind of go and react to something.
Yeah.
And sort of chatting about that and communicating with people about that and helping them understand a bit better.
How important is forgiveness?
That's everything, man. But you cannot even think about forgiving someone else for something and unless you actually start with yourself. Because often you're going, oh, no, they didn't apologise to me and that's crap and they should have done this, or my kid and they didn't follow what I needed them to do and I told them to do this and that, so I'm taking this away and they're doing that. There's a lot that goes on with those responses and ways we parent. And these are things I've done myself.
It's invested in our communities as well. I blame myself for that as well. Like I do that sometimes. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. It comes down to ego, I feel like sometimes.
Yeah.
Your ego doesn't allow it. Like, why am I going to say sorry for?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to say sorry. He done wrong to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's ego.
It totally is. And, any relationship you have, right, whether it's a mate or a workmate or child, partner, right?
Yeah.
These sort of things, it's like, oh, yeah, well, she probably really wants me to apologise for this, but she did this, so nah, closed door.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going back to gaming tonight.
That's true.
Yeah. Shut down, hit the booze more. That's it. I'm out.
There's no. It goes down to communications, and that's where we lack. Even of relationships nowadays, they clash, then they ignore each other for 3-4 days, and then I realise how dangerous that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And then before you know it, you're like this.
Yeah.
Because it hurts, man. Like being in relationships sometimes can be really painful. And so sitting with that discomfort and realizing that you can actually let that anxiety, that fear, that sadness, it passes through, man. They all pass through. Being able to do that is so, so powerful. It's a big part of what I do as a therapist, working with kids and teenagers and so on. It's funny, I was just looking at it recently. All of my clients are male.
Wow.
Yeah. So doing a lot of work with anger and dysregulation. I had a client the other day, poor kid, he was so upset and so frustrated. And all he was doing was just bashing himself. You know what I mean? Literally at one point, they had to keep him safe and so on. But I've got punch pads in the room, man. We go at it if we have to. Yeah. But we're doing it in relationship. I'm holding up the punch pads. I'm like, show me how angry you are. Let's go. But the words coming out, I'm not good at anything. I'm not good at, I suck at everything.
Yeah, I used to be a victim of that. Yeah, it's a dangerous place, man. Once you don't love yourself and you start to blame yourself.
Yep. Yeah. And the more you do it, the more that loop happens, right?
Yeah. How bad is anger?
It's good. Anger's good. Anger's definitely good. The negative part of anger is when you end up like myself as a 14-year-old boy with the back of my bedroom door that looks like the surface of the moon, man. Scars on there for just like, don't even know what I was angry about, but coming out in that way. So when you're hurting yourself and others, that's when it's negative. But no, man, anger's good. Anger's, if you can be angry and be allowed to be angry, passes through.
Yeah.
Dude, anger's always going to cover what's underneath, right?
Yeah.
Your sadness, your loss, your anxiety, your fears, like these things pass through. But if anger's always like keeping you on top, the protector part of your, here's a brain we prepared earlier.
There you go.
Well, the anatomical model of the... Look out, I used to teach biology, right?
Wow.
So look out, here it comes.
Let's have a look.
I know, get your textbooks out, viewers. So in the hindbrain, right? So under here as it goes down your brainstem, like all those, my brain just dropped it. All those parts of the brain are about your breathing and your heart rate and all the things we don't have to think about, right? It's just doing it for us. But it's also our hindbrain survival network as well. Yeah. And it links to something called the amygdala in here, these little things, and it's like your guard dog, man, and they're always like, oh man, am I safe?
Always on alert.
Yeah. And for so many of our kids and so many of us, I used to be like that too. My guard dog system, man, and my hindbrain was like a big Doberman that had been fed nothing but minimal food and rage. And so hair trigger, emotional, physical, verbal, like rah. And then over time and through a hell of a lot of personal work too, and forgiveness, forgiveness. And actually going, well, maybe I'm not just a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Has actually allowed that guard dog to kind of shrink down a bit. And now it's like a little, I don't know. I always say Chihuahua, but I'm not real keen on Chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas
They're angry. Chihuahuas are angry as well.
Right?
They're always angry. They're always angry. You open the door, they just bark and you're
Yeah.
like, shut up, and then they just walk away.
Yeah. Yep. Got that small man syndrome going on.
Yeah, small dog syndrome.
Yeah.
So many youngsters are stuck in that anger world, man.
Yeah.
I see it every day. I feel like sometimes, why do you feel like they're stuck there? Is it because do you feel like they're not being heard?
Well, they definitely feel like they're not being heard. Like for all of us, right? If we think of any time that we've been pissed off in traffic, bloody work, whatever, something that's annoyed us, it's because there's an expectation that we've had that hasn't been met. So we feel like we're not being listened to, we're not being heard. So yeah, definitely they're stuck in that. And they're feeling like, well, no one gets us and no one understands it. And, so they're very much stuck in there. And to get out of it, someone's going to have to hold space with them.
Yeah.
And often it's a case of be angry with me, push my hands, show me how angry you are. Or there's a really awesome one that you can do as a parent, right?
Yeah.
Which is say what you see. It's that simple. It's crazy.
Say what you see.
Just say what you see. I can see you're so angry right now. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I get it wrong as a dad, well, my child's going to go, no, I'm not angry. I'm frustrated. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're really frustrated. I got it wrong, but they still hear that I'm there. I'm still with them. And that starts to get their sort of, the other parts of their brain, these sort of deeper thinking, the higher cortical areas of the brain start to come back online.
Wow.
And that guard dog that's like, I'm not safe, this is life or death, man, fight.
Starts to calm down a little bit.
Yeah. The dog's kind of gets a bit of a hug from that part of the brain. It's like, whoa, okay, we're all right. And then bang, oh, and dad's here.
Yeah.
Okay. And once that's happened, then you can start talking.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're an expert in ADHD.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I feel like a lot of people have an understanding, but don't really understand what it is.
Oh, mate, I can say this as a teacher. It's just those annoying boys, only boys get it. And it's just the ones who are the class clowns. Just kidding. Even though that was me.
Yeah.
All my school reports were like, oh, I have to do a Kiwi accent because I was growing up in New Zealand. Oh, Tony needs to stop distracting all the other kids. And he needs
Were you noisy in class? Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I was that kid. And then I became a teacher, and so I'm like working with those kids. I'm like, game recognized game. But, so much of it. So it's the whole, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So it's in terms of the medical system and all that, it's seen as a neurodevelopmental disorder, either involving hyperactivity or inattention. So like your brain can't sit on one thing. It's just like ding, 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 ding. But then there's not a lot of action going on.
Okay.
Or both. And it's really hard because I guess if you look at it from a classroom perspective, you can see the kids who are the energy bunnies and they're always bouncing and moving and need to move.
Yeah.
But for every one of those, there's at least one other kid who you can't spot with the inattentive challenges as well. It comes with it a lot of, what we call comorbid stuff. So things that are attached. So there'd be like a high probability of, say, autism or dyslexia.
Yeah.
So these kids find it really...
Dyslexia.
Sorry.
What's that one?
So with that, it's like you're looking at words and I'm like, okay, sweet. I'm just going to try and read this. All right, sweet. And I look at the words and I open up and the words just start going.
Wow.
So you're processing the words,
But everything's
things are
jumbled
reversing and they're jumping all over the place and focusing on them's just super
So they
hard.
find it hard to focus.
Yep. And your teacher's like, oh, Ahmed, what are you doing? Come on, man, focus. All the other kids have done this. Why haven't you done it?
Yeah.
You're going to have to stay in at lunchtime.
And then all of a sudden, it's created this negative in your brain because now you're like, I'm behind. She's kind of, put him in the spotlight.
Yep. I'm the naughty kid. I'm the kid who gets sent away. I'm this. And so these things happen around our ADHD kids in these systems, right? And the end result is, well, they just think they're a piece of crap. It confirms what their guard dog's saying about them in the first place. So it's really hard. Now, the reality of it is, as a teacher, you have to look after the needs of the many, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have standards and go, hey, we need to do this and do that. But there's a hell of a lot educators can do to support those kids around their strengths.
Yeah.
so that those kids can become your allies, and so they can really fly and feel empowered and go for it, as opposed to, oh no, you're not doing it exactly this specific thing. Get out of my class.
What can teachers do differently? Say you have a student there that's really, on the thing. What can they do differently? How can they connect with these students? I feel like they're not connecting.
100%. And they're super overwhelmed, right? A lot of my educator mates who I worked with and people I work to support and train around the place as well, like, people are pretty cooked, man.
Yeah.
Like, we came back from the pandemic and the education department went, oh yeah, I know what we'll do. We'll double down on testing. We'll do more testing. We'll do all of the testing, and we'll just smash teachers with this. And they'll just be spending their whole lives like Monty Burns, man, filling up the Google Drive.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
They needed to, well, put it this way. I'll come back to the question, I promise. There's ADHD for you.
Yeah.
We're recording it. It's live.
I love it. That's it.
It's
You'll have to
live.
watch this in slow motion.
I love
But
it.
like, it's really hard. Teaching and parenting, or any human interaction, is about three things: relationships. That's it. And so giving the teachers time to actually connect to those kids and support them and go, oh, hey Jaden, oh man, I can see you're full of beans today, my man. Can you help me with this?
Yeah.
And like, you say what you see. Oh, I can see you're just so full of energy today, which is great because you can help me with this, man. We're going to do this, and then we're moving over here. Do you want to help me with that?
Yeah.
And so you can like empower and engage, doing things like that. It's so important because, as a teacher, you should know as much as you can, because it's hard in big classes and all this, right? So real world is tricky, but you should be given enough time to be able to get to know those kids a lot better as people.
Yeah.
You teach the child first before you teach the subject.
Yeah, that's right.
Is there any blame laid at the feet of the curriculum itself and the subjects that are taught, and the structure of the school day?
Yeah, hard yes.
In general.
Yep, 100%. The curriculum is so bloated, man. It's so bloated. Like, so many times my kids in class, in 15 years of teaching in different state high schools, right, up in Queensland and down here, they'd be like, oh, sir, come on, man. Like, when are we ever going to use this?
Yeah.
And
See, that's scary as well.
Right? Because, we said that in school.
Yeah.
I know I did.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
I did as
Tony
well.
needs to stop being a smart ass. Right? So that hasn't changed, right? And yet I remember saying to a kid, hey, come on now. The other day I was in the city and I was cruising along and somebody came up to me and he like pulled a weapon out in front of me and I was like, whoa. And he goes, quick, you need to tell me exactly how to calculate this using surds and also indices and matrices. Bloody hell. And I was like, yeah, no, you're probably not going to use that, man. That actually didn't happen. But yeah, so it's really hard. And now with the curriculum being so full, right? Teachers feel obliged and they have to, man. Like, they're under so much pressure, leadership teams, everyone, to make sure they deliver on these things, right? We've got to do this, get the kids ready for NAPLAN testing. Then they've got this test, then they've got this test.
Just too much.
It's too much. Kids can't be kids.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like I was speaking to a teacher not long ago and I was like, what's the problem? Why are students not really enjoying going to school anymore? What's the problem? It's gone backwards.
Yeah.
And now it makes sense. There's so many subjects that they're not really connecting with.
Yeah, totally. And you can't connect with a subject. Think about this for when you're in school, right? If you think about your favorite teacher, probably is linked with one of your favorite subjects, right?
No doubt. Still remember now.
Boom. What was that?
It was woodworks.
Yes, sick.
He was just, the way he would teach, even science class was really, really good.
Yep.
He'd sit down, he would connect with us, he would talk to us, ask us questions. One of the most hated class was maths because the teacher.
Yep.
Aggressive. Once I was in class and someone sneezed and I said, bless you. And he kicked me out of class for saying that.
What?
Yep. I still remember till now.
I was just going to say, and it's like it's now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and he made me
vivid.
hate class.
Yep.
And everyone hated maths class because of him.
Yep.
And there was no connecting. But then you go to science, everyone would want to come to science. You got all these little troublemakers, but then class and we're happy.
Yeah, that's right. And you guys are dealing with Bunsen burners and acid and all that stuff.
Everything.
And it's sweet. It's no
And we
dramas.
loved it because the teacher was with us,
Yeah.
connected with us. And some other teachers didn't. It's like they were having a rough day and
Yeah.
This guy was aggressive. I don't even know how he was teaching, man. He was a severe alcoholic, I found out years later.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't even know how he was teaching, man.
Yep.
It was bad.
Honestly, that is a hard thing. And I know a lot of principals and leadership teams struggle with this too, supporting their staff. But also when their staff are known to be perhaps maybe not in the right job, considering how bloody important it is, the work they're doing.
Yeah.
Trying to get them somewhere else or into another area that maybe isn't teaching in the classroom it's nearly impossible for them to do it.
You know what else I want to touch base on?
Yeah.
Bullying, especially in schoolyards with neurodivergent children, man.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I wasn't a bully growing up, never liked it. I really hated it. I hated seeing people get bullied. I think a bully's mind is, I know that I can put it on you because you are weaker than me.
Yep.
But in reality, we're all equal. It's a very touchy subject to me.
Yeah.
What strategies can we do in schools to kind of fix this problem, this bullying, these children that are just think differently. They're like us, but they think differently. What kind of strategies can we do? And is there like a fix for it, or is this something that's just going to be permanent, you reckon?
Look, it's a hard one because regardless of age, we all look at different people we think are different, right? And we go, and then kids might be reactive to that sort of stuff. If they see a kid who's like hyper-focused on one thing, or maybe looking towards a higher level of, say, autism, like ASD level 3, where they might be, sort of rocking and these kind of repetitive behaviors that you might see, and then they might start to get hassled by some of these kids. Man, this is as someone who was bullied myself, right, at school. And my teacher would turn a complete blind eye to it. I have not got a positive association with woodwork because the teacher, it was the woodwork class was the room. It was homeroom, right? So vertical homeroom. So you had year 12s all the way down to us, like year 7s, right, in this big school. And the year 8s and year 9s would just be going at it and like wire brushing us and like straight jacketing you with and he'd just be reading the newspaper, turning a blind eye, just not interested. Because of whatever was triggered in him, he just couldn't deal with it.
See, something would be going on in his world that nobody knows about.
100%.
But then the way I look at it is, if you're not fit and healthy to be in that position, don't be there, man.
Yep.
Because you're playing with lives.
Yeah.
Souls.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's a real hard one.
Yeah.
And so how do you deal with that sort of stuff? It's about that education around it. We definitely, look, I'm a toxic optimist, man. I definitely think we're heading in the right direction in terms of understanding around kids that are pretty different and, these things that we see in different schools and kids being pretty cool about it.
Yeah.
I mean, even things like sexuality, man. Like there was one of the schools I worked at out east a few years back, they had their Ida Hobbit Day, Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, so on and so forth. And this kid got up and he came out, year 10 kid, and he got up and he came out as gay in front of like everyone. And all those big crowds and bands playing all this sort of stuff. Right? And back in my day, man, that would be a straight bashing.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
Now it's not like that.
Dead man walking, and
So
everyone was like,
a bit more calm now.
Yeah, we know, man. Like,
Everyone,
it was like, oh, okay.
More
What's the next
acceptance?
song on? Like, it was just not a thing.
Yeah.
So, much more acceptance. And around kids who are, autistic, ADHD and these sort of things, and old ADHDers, which is the delightful combo, right? So, which definitely happens. My two boys, both diagnosed last year, autism and ADHD. I can't imagine where they got their ADHD from. I just don't know.
It's not hereditary.
It's not hereditary. Do you know, and the data on that, man, like in terms of ADHD, it's crazy irritable.
Is it through genes? Or
Yeah.
Really?
It's mad genetic. So if you have kids, if you're watching at home and you're curious, A, forgive yourself, love you. Second one, B, and you've got kids who have ADHD, or you might think, oh, look at these behaviors, man, what's going on here? If they do have ADHD, there's about a 85, 90% chance that you have ADHD or your partner does.
So it's come through genes from someone.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Autism, they're looking at a whole lot of other different sort of genes and so on and so forth, but there's a definite genetic component there as well. And sometimes, you get both.
So ADHD is pretty much, you can't really focus on tasks. Because I remember someone a while back, they would be working, one screen, they got another screen open, music playing, a show playing in the background.
Yep.
And I'm like, holy crap. And they're like, I can't focus. I'm just going to keep doing things. And all of a sudden they walk in, they're doing the dishes. And I'm just like, whoa, you need to come back. But their mind is just moving so fast.
Yep.
Wow.
It's you've got a, somebody recently said you've got the brain of a Lamborghini, but the brake pedal of a shitty old Cortina.
Wow, that's a good way of explaining it. Bloody hell. Yeah.
And it is like the braking system, right? So just behind here, above your right eye, there's a bunch of neurons there, right? So billions of brain cells in there, all connecting, firing together. They're there, but they're just not doing what they should. And it's essentially the braking system, right? So that's there. And when you take medication, say like stimulant medication, whether it's like say Ritalin, Vallance, whatever, what it does is it stimulates the brake and allows you to focus on something for a bit longer than you would have, up until a point where your brain, it metabolizes like any kind of chemical, like Panadol or whatever. After a while, it wears off, and it's out of your system. But so that's essentially what it does. So that's why when we give medication to kids, teens, adults, hello, Vallance, this guy, that it allows them to kind of stay on something for longer, feel like they can actually get stuff done, and kind of achieve a bit of success around them in what it is they're doing. And here's the crazy little side effect that no one talks about. And I've checked this on my pill bottle and I couldn't find it. Must be really like fine print. I'm like, oh, hang on a second. It's really small. But like, you actually like yourself a bit better.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So because you still wake up going a million miles an hour.
Yeah, but it's a bit more on the calmer side.
Yeah, because here's the thing with ADHD, and this is, I was recently speaking at a conference and not that many people actually knew about it, which surprised me. There's another acronym. Oh, cool, Tony. What a teacher. Give us more 3-letter acronyms. So this one's called RSD.
RSD.
Yeah, rejection sensitive dysphoria. Now, we all get anxiety. We all think, I suck at this and, oh, man. But RSD is like that it's like that in a Lamborghini.
Yeah, steroids.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, that's because you are an absolute piece of shit. Like, it's so full on. And it's that voice that just can be so paralyzing for so many people with ADHD as well. And like I was saying before, when these kids get kicked out of class.
Yeah, and they're just stuck and nobody's understanding them.
Yeah, there's nothing a teacher could say or a parent could say to them that's going to make them feel worse than they do about themselves.
What behaviours are we looking for when we're trying to pick up if they're thinking or they might have ADHD?
Yeah,
What is it? What are the little...
It's a great question. Yeah, so you might see, what might you see? Being unable to follow through on a sentence, follow through on a thought. Okay. If you give them something like a book to read, and you might be reading with them or bedtime or something like that, and they're just attention spans like that,
The focus isn't there.
Unable to focus, really struggling beyond a few seconds. Now that's a hard one because take that with the fact that because of these bad boys, attention spans have gone from, what are we? About 12 seconds on average over the last 5 years. They've dropped to 8.
Yeah. Focus.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So from 12 to 8 seconds.
Yeah. Across age ranges. So insane amounts of rewiring of brains and shortening our attention spans. And and sometimes that looks like ADHD symptoms, right? But the testing process is quite rigorous. So
do you want to test me out?
What, for the...
Yeah.
it's on.
That diagnosis is going to be pretty quick.
I think my brain's a bit too slow.
I was going to say, I think I diagnosed in the first 3 seconds. No. Not qualified to diagnose.
I don't think I'm a...
Yeah, he has the opposite of ADHD.
I'm more of a relaxed person, just calm these days.
Yeah. But that's the hard thing too, right? So some of them, with the inattentive, it doesn't present like this guy. This is like the classic old school, it's that hyperactive kid, right? So many, you wouldn't even spot it. It's really hard.
I spotted that pretty quickly with you though. The first message. Can I read
Do it, man,
Can you
do it.
my phone? It was the best message of my life.
Oh no.
Do you know what's that rattling sound as well, by the way, David?
No, I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
It's a chat. I think
Listen to this. This was the best message I've ever received. I was laughing. I was like, yep, this guy's just flying.
Oh no.
I was
Can't remember
like,
it.
he's like, I messaged him and he's like, hey, Ahmed, how'd you find me, you bloody stalker? You know, it was different level, man. I loved it. I was like, yeah,
that's
this
great.
guy's my vibe. But you know what? That energy, it is so fantastic. I love that energy with people. It brightens up the environment you're in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than the can't focus, it's just like an energy. You're always just getting around, they're moving around, they're doing stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I find is special about them. That's why I call neurodivergent people special. Teens, children, adults, they're special.
Yeah.
They got a gift. That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's amazing. Like their brains, man, like processing so many things at once, and with a bit of support and and it's not just, quick, we've got to slap a diagnosis on everything and we've got to medicate everything. And that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the evidence is really solid, like with support and good attachment relationships. And, if required, because it's just like, oh man, I'm so cooked, I can't even, then, some medication support and these kind of things, outcomes are great. Outcomes are really good. They actually extend lifespan.
Yeah.
There's a study that came out this year actually, which confirmed some earlier studies. The life expectancy for men or kids who become men with ADHD is just under 7 years less
Wow.
than if they didn't have ADHD. And for women, it's nearly 8 years. It's huge, man. It's a killer. So that's why it is special. I love that you've said that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, it's a bit, because people are like, it's a superpower, because they say that to kids to help kids understand, and I get it. But we'll go to the prison and talk to the percentage of people there that have got ADHD.
Oh.
That weren't supported, that didn't have the bloody support that they needed,
It's like I said, I was talking to you early on with my neighbours. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
So many. I live around Broadmeadows area, and I've seen children that went to my primary school. And I look at myself now and some of them, and I still see them walking around the streets. Obviously they're on drugs and no love from their family. And I'm just like, I was privileged. I was really gifted to be here. And then I look at them, they had no love. They had no love from their family, their father, they were abandoned. And all they knew was drugs. And now you look at them and teeth are gone and they deteriorated and in and out of prison. And I'm just like, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you.
No.
You came from an environment of a really, really disgusting, toxic world. And nobody understands that.
Yep.
But it's easy for me to judge you.
Yeah.
But you came from a dark, dark world. It's a dark place, man.
Yeah.
It's a dark place.
It is. And you're right. It's so easy to do that, right? You see some kid, staggering along the street and you go, look at that junkie.
Yeah.
Like, man, look at that kid who had hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Never
was heard.
Yeah, that's right. Who slipped through the cracks in the system, because the system's like pretty cooked, man.
It is. I think it fails a lot of people. It fails a lot of prisoners.
Big time.
Yeah, there's we had a lady last time on the podcast, name's Connie. She was explaining how the system is broken in jail. You come out, there's no rehab in there.
Yeah.
You're not educating them, you're just throwing them back on the streets. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
They're going to look for smack again and crack, and they're going to just do the same thing, re-crime and go back in.
Of course.
But it's so sad that it all starts from the young age, man. You know what I mean? It's like coming to your father and saying, hey, man, I did this at school and the father's too busy working. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
you shut him down, man.
Yeah.
You shut him down, and that breaks my heart.
Yep.
Because he wants to connect with you. I do it from time to time with my sisters, but then I click on I take off my headphones and say, no, come back. Tell me what you've done at school today.
Yep.
And she's all happy.
Yep.
How important is it to connect with our children?
Oh, man. It's everything. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. But before I show you, man, hang on.
It's kicking in, man.
So-
the levels are kicking in now with you.
If any part of you or anyone at home feels like having a yawn because of that, or even mentioning yawn, that's a part of connection, right?
Wow.
And we can leverage that.
Why is it connecting?
Yeah, because it's called, who brought the nerd in today? Well, I think you'll find out, man. It's called interpersonal neurobiology.
Wow.
What is this, man? any interaction you have with your kids, your workmates, your family, friends, anything like that, they're called serve and return interactions. We are literally playing ping pong, man, the whole time.
Just a yawn.
Just a yawn, backwards and forwards. I want to try something with you real quick.
Yeah.
Tell me something about something that happened over the weekend, and I'm going to listen to you. All I'm going to do is listen to you like you do so well here, right? Go, man, hit me.
I went out, seen some friends in a rough environment. I sat down with them, had a conversation. We talked about their little violent world, gave them some advice, took them out for dinner, and then went back home.
Sweet.
And spent some time with the family. Yeah.
Nice.
That was it. Went prepared for podcast.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That's it. Pretty much it. Very quiet one.
That's kind of good. Got to have that sometimes, eh?
Yeah, definitely do.
I felt that. So that's brief version, right? Give me another story, maybe from another week, something like that. I'm going to listen in a different way.
Okay.
Go for it, man. Hit me.
Yeah.
Think about your week.
I can't even say because the way he is. There's no connection. It doesn't sound... we went over... Yeah. You can't.
It's mad, eh?
That's spot on, man.
How's that?
I love that.
How's that feel?
Terrible. Didn't want to pay no attention.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I didn't want to talk.
You feel good about yourself?
Nah.
Feel warm?
Terrible. Every time I wanted to open up and you were just looking away,
Yeah.
I'd sit, I'm like, well, I'm going to say I'm sorry to this guy. He's a bloody prick.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Get up and knock him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, fantastic. I actually
for
felt
so
the heat.
many. That's it. That's connection,
Yeah.
right? That's what it feels
Holy
like
crap.
to be in relationship, right? In relation, you and me, present. This is it. We're not thinking about bills, all the adulting stuff.
Full focus.
Blah, blah, blah. We're together, man. That's it. And it's the same with your kid when you're playing with them. When you're connecting with them. Oh, dad, come play with me on the playground. Yeah, no, I just got to send this thing.
You're not connecting.
Look, I get it. We've got stuff to do. It's so busy. Always, work-life boundaries, 100%. But if you actually want to get out of your head and out of that stress mode a bit, and this is, very much in the context of dads as well, or playing with family members, then actually put it down and
Full focus.
and just be there and just play and let them lead as well, because kids so often don't get to lead. They don't get to be the boss of certain things and all that. Let them lead. Follow them. Get on that slide. I dare you.
Yeah, it's. I'm a victim of it. I tell you, I've been doing it with my sisters now, and it's getting better.
Yeah.
Like as soon as she comes to me, headphones off and I full focus on it, and I'm just giving her attention.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I might look away.
Yeah.
But then I look back at her and I give her my full focus.
Yeah.
I've done it with my mum. I've sat down with my mum, spoke to her.
Yeah.
And I can see she's looking other places. And I'm like, yeah, she's not interested.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel it straight away.
She doesn't want to talk to me.
Yeah, man. And you felt it with your math teacher back in the day.
Yeah.
But you felt the opposite with your woodwork teacher and your science teacher, right?
Full connect. You would come close. You would sit down.
Yeah.
And
Hey, kids, what's going on?
Yeah.
How's the weekend? And they know about you as well.
Yeah.
They're listening, they're focusing, you're present. It's the best thing, man.
Yeah.
It's the ping pong. Serve and return. That's all you're doing.
So we pretty much keep away from electronics, full focus, eye contact.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Although that's really hard for our autistic kids, right?
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, oh, how was your day? I'll be like, good.
Yeah.
But get this, play is the best, man. Play is the way. So, obviously, hello.
Making it like a play.
Yeah. Well, no. Just any kind of play. Playing together, man. Chess, man, paper, scissors, rock, you name it. Because when you're playing, you're so present. But I noticed this with my youngest back in the day. This is before his autism diagnosis and these kind of things. And we were, me and my wife and I were working with these kids professionally for years. And, I used to do a lot of work with these kids when I was teaching as well. I'm like, wonder if there's something here.
Yeah.
And come home from school, like, oh, hey, how's your day, man? And good. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And he's like, do you want to play swords? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Just get the old pool noodles with a bit of sparky tape along the bottom and bang, I got a lightsaber.
Yeah, and that's it.
And so we're going at it, only 2 or 3 minutes, right? And then all of a sudden, whoa. And I attack him, he attacks me, and then we finish up. We've got eye contact. Yeah. We've got more facial expressions going on. He's starting to share about, it's just being present, you've just been playing. It's crazy simple, but it's real hard to do. Mm-hmm. But in any context, given that it's all about relationships, Just
I
playing
love how you
together.
use that. Relationships. It's all about. How close is autism and ADHD? Are they pretty close? Is there similar things?
There's definitely some crossover. So autism is basically it's really hard with autism and ADHD and so on. There's no two identical cases the same. There's always slight variations.
Okay.
But when all the testing's done, they've got a ton of different kind of indicators.
Yep.
And then they go, no, old mate exceeds it. So, based on the testing, this is what it is. Because some people say things like, I'm a bit ADHD and I'm a bit, this, that, the next thing. And yeah, they might have a few of those things, but the huge range of indicators, different things, is what happens for a diagnosis to actually happen or to go through. Anyway, so the autism might be, the social engagement system, so eye contact, serve and return interactions.
Okay.
Hey, Ahmad, how are you, man? These sort of things, no.
Zero.
So
Very low.
some of my clients, it's like, oh, good morning.
Yeah. Okay.
So that could be a delayed verbal processing.
Okay.
So it takes a while to sink in.
It's coming, but it's just slow.
It's just slow.
Okay.
And so often in a classroom environment, that sort of stuff's, it's like, I don't have time for that, right? You go over there, kid.
Yeah. And then the bullying starts coming.
And then the bullying starts to come in because who's this kid over here on the outs who's fascinated with, say, boats or trains or sketching.
Yeah.
The kid who's drawing the sickest anime drawings.
Yeah.
But that's their entire world.
Yeah.
They've seen all 6 million episodes of One Piece or... you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You know what's crazy is some of these guys are so talented.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Seen him I went to the city last time and he was sitting and you could see he was just different. And I like to sometimes just walk up and say, you're special, and just walk away and they freak out. And he's sitting there and he's just...
It's quite terrifying, actually. I mean, if
yeah,
you were to do that to me, I
you
would...
got me coming up.
You
saying,
coming out. It would terrify me.
Yeah, he freaked out. He's got his book out and he's just writing, and he's just moving around. And I'm just looking at him. I looked at his drawing. Holy crap. It was like, this guy was a master. He was drawing the whole city.
wow.
And I'm like, whoa. Gave him my number. I'm like, if you even need anything, man, call me.
I love it.
Holy crap, that's
awesome.
incredible. What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
They're so talented. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Because they're full focused on it.
Yep.
So with autism, very low eye contact.
Yeah, so often we don't see that much eye contact coming from the kids. And there's different levels, right? So there's level 1, level 2, level 3.
Yep.
Level 3 is kind of the highest level of autism, which is defined as being like needing significant care.
Okay.
So sometimes they might go to a special school. Often it's non-verbal, like or very minimal verbal sort of stuff, backwards and forwards. Sometimes there's physical challenges that come associated with it as well. Some of the kids, we run pro-social skills groups. So to help kids grow their social skills at the clinic, but we do it in a really cool way. So we do it in like a drama group way or doing a building blocks Lego program. I run 2 D&D groups a week with kids around the table and we're rolling dice and we've got little 3D printed figures. And
Wow.
these kids my team group at the moment, they've come such a long way. They're unreal. Because often these kids are so much in their own world.
Yeah.
To see them speak as their character, the process goes like this. They're like, oh yeah, and he's going to do this and then he's going to zap that guy and they're going to roll for that. And then before you know it, they're showing up in costume. They're speaking as the character. At the same time as they're growing these skills, they're interacting more and they're like, so Ahmed and I'm going to grab the rope from your backpack and then we're going to tie it together and then we're going to rescue them up there and then
that's
come such a long
They
way.
do talk like that because I got a cousin, a
You
young
know
cousin.
D&D?
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I got a cousin of mine that's very young, and he's got severe autism. And the way he talks to me, I walked outside, he was staring at a tree, and he's like, "How cool is that tree?" I was like, "Yeah, pretty cool." And this is when I first started to realize he's a bit different.
Yep.
He's like, "See that branch? I'm gonna break that branch. I'm gonna go flying with it. And I'm gonna cause spells." And I'm like, "Yeah, good. Do you do that?" Jumped on it, he's just ripping it apart. And I'm like, whoa, your brain is moving so fast.
Yeah.
But you sound like you're happy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I stared at a branch and I was like, I'm going to rip that branch. I'm going to do spells and become a wizard.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
And it is cool. And you can meet you can meet so many kids, teenagers, adults, whatever, where they're at through play again. So like, it would be like, oh yeah. And so that's going to be your broomstick. Yeah. That's my broomstick. Oh, wow. That's so awesome. And how fast does it go?
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're away. And then, and this is the sneaky part, you know, as a therapist, you're leveraging connection, right? You're leveraging that attachment you have. And then you're starting to pull them into areas of discomfort. That's my whole role as a therapist, and that's my role as a dad, and that was my role as a teacher, which is we leverage attachment, right? So imagine this. We share our story before, you share, I listen, I share, you listen. We're like, this guy's all right.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
And so we've got these little, like, I always imagine it as like little strings that become ropes together like this. And then if I'm working like therapeutically, it'd be like, sweet, well, just like you felt about your old teachers, you know, for woodwork and science and stuff, you're like, they got my back, man, let's go. I'd do the same and like pull you into areas of discomfort. So it might be like, oh, let's see how we go with this. And maybe it's a kid who's really struggling with avoidance behaviors around any kind of academic challenges. Like, no, I can't do that because I suck, and no, I won't be able to do that. It's like, oh, let's have a crack at this thing, man, just for a second, and we'll see how we go. And so we pull them into areas of like, oh, I don't know, and then we come back. And it's like, man, did you see what you did there? That was unbelievable. Did you see you actually did that? Like, oh yeah, I did do that thing.
Wow.
And so each time you leverage, right? You're leveraging that connection, pulling them into discomfort. They grow their window of tolerance. They grow their skills, and hopefully they grow their confidence. So that
100%
self-doubt brain gets a bit smaller and gets a little bit more like that.
tighter.
Yeah.
How dangerous is this? What's this doing to our children? Especially in this
us.
field. Yeah.
Across the board.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah, like, so for hyper-focus, right, man, this thing is a dopamine factory. So dopamine is a neurotransmitter, right? That's the chemical your brain produces when I'm like, I love your Lakers hat, that is sick. And you're like, oh, thanks, man.
Puts you in like
I
a loving, liking mood.
Yeah, it's pleasure, right?
Pleasure,
Yeah, sorry.
Pleasure, dopamine, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it creates pleasure, it makes you feel happy, feel happy basically. It's the happy chemical in your brain. Yeah.
Feels good.
And this is what?
Oh man, this is like mainlining it straight in. So, and it's like, Candy Crush, all that sort of stuff. Whatever it happens. That was a dated reference. Candy Crush. Nice one, Tony.
What year is it?
Where am I? Come on, kids out there with your Pac-Man and your hula hoops.
I love it.
He's so current.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when you're gaming and stuff, or you're just one of my neurodivergent teens, man, he comes up with the best words. He's like, hey, Tony, I was thinking about this the other day. And I'm like, hit me, man. What do you got? Just knowing he's going to drop a bomb. It's going to be hilarious. And he's like, you know when everyone's like this and like bus stops and all that and everyone's always doing this? He said, it's scroliosis.
What a name.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
My dude.
Look at that.
Scroliosis.
Yeah.
Wow.
He came up with another one the other day, and it was, he said, you know when dudes think that they have the right answer and it doesn't matter who's in the room, they're always just going to say, oh, no, here's how it is. And he's like, oh, what do they call that? Like mansplaining. And I'm like, oh, yeah, mansplaining. I've heard of that. And he said, I wrote it down so I don't forget it, but I just remembered. He said, I think it should be called correctile dysfunction. Man, this guy.
He's a genius, man.
He's the best.
He's
the
genius.
best.
Screen times, man. It's dangerous.
Yeah, right, exactly. So
I've been seeing
hugely
it.
dangerous.
See them on trains, bus stops.
Oh man, playgrounds,
God.
the beach, swimming pools.
I went dinner. I swear to you, they're having dinner. These two couples right next to me. She's on her phone, he's on her phone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
How good's date night?
How good's date night?
How good? Or like, okay, kids, we're gonna go out to the restaurant. Here's your iPad.
I've seen that everywhere.
Yep.
How dangerous is that?
It's so dangerous, man. Because how did it feel when I did this?
Oh, terrible. Wanted to knock you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got triggered, and you got like
100%.
the hindbrain's like, I'm
Felt
out.
like a disrespect. Like
I
I'm just,
gotta, I gotta throw hands at this
Yeah.
guy, right? But under that aggressive response is like, man, yeah, because you're like, screw this guy. That's so rude.
Yeah.
You know, I'm opening up my place to him and he's doing this and I'm sharing with him. But there's also that sadness as well. Because it's like, man, I'm just, what?
Yeah.
And so with our kids, like that,
Imagine the children.
what is the story that our kids, because our brains, man, are storytelling machines. They spot patterns and they write stories every day, right?
Wow.
That junkie's walking down the street. Oh, that guy's a piece of crap.
He's got stories in his brain.
Yeah. And so we get a bit deeper and we learn a bit more as we get older, and we're like, oh, hang on, like you said, this poor kid went to class with you. And he had a really shitty roll of the dice.
Yep.
And there's so much that's gone on that's not his fault. And he's dived into avoidance behaviors.
Yeah.
You know, so he's dived into the drugs and the booze and these sort of things because it's not safe for him to be uncomfortable and sad. There's no one there to hold that for him and help hold him up. Anyway, so the screens do exactly that, man. They shut down connection. You might as well put a wall down here, you know? But, you know, it still does get me really triggered, you know, when you're going out. And the nurture, there's something truly primal, right? Across ages, genders, cultures, all that, sitting together, sharing food, right? That's so primal. That's survival.
It's amazing. I've been doing that more often now. Yeah, it's putting a plate and sharing.
Yeah.
It creates like a relationship.
It's exactly that. And try this.
Yeah.
And it's so primal. It's a real hindbrain thing, and it's safe, it's nurture, it's survival. There's so much going on there. When that's happening, but there's a disconnect because people can't share because they're all in their own worlds and they're just getting smashed by dopamine and they need more of it. Yeah. It's heartbreaking. And then they go, well, why do we have all the anxiety rates? Anxiety rates going off the chart.
There was an interesting one I saw the other day. I think it's a mother's group online on Facebook, and what they've been doing with their kids is putting on 90s TV shows, kids shows, instead of, you know, the new day sort of content that we're watching. It's also about the content, right?
Yeah.
And what they did was they put, you know, Bear in the Big Blue House or like those 90s shows. And what they noticed was their kids were a lot more focused, they were a lot calmer, they were a lot happier over time, they were less, because it stimulates the brain in a slower, you know, way than the phones do.
Yes.
And they actually saw, you know, the kids grow in that sense. You know, more focused. And it's the content, right? The content now is so fast and so sharp.
Everything's
and everything
fast.
on fast. And those 90s shows, they weren't made with that
Everything was
same,
slow
you know,
paced.
ideology of like, okay, dopamine hit.
Yep.
Where the new kids shows are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are right, because if you realise a lot of the older movies are 2 hours plus, and now it's like everything's shorter. And then you got all shorts and TikTok. Everything's fast paced.
So in your face.
No one's really patient enough to sit down and really learn and observe these videos that are longer.
Oh, I bet you a whole bunch of your viewers out there, right? If you actually reflect on it, how many people have actually noticed in the last couple of years they can't even sit through a movie without checking their phone?
Oh, wow, you are so right.
Because your brain goes, man, you need to check this. Man, you need to send that person a message. Or you need to like check that out on TikTok.
How do we work with this? How do we fix this problem?
Right. So the cat's out of the bag. We can't stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I can't live without it, right? Because there are a lot of positives as well.
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
Little tips and tricks.
Yeah, tips and tricks, like practical stuff that we can do. I mean, you know, there's the hardware solution where you just get the old dumb phone.
Yep.
And
that normally works. Let me give you a better example.
Yeah.
A person's in a relationship.
Yep.
And they're really obsessed with their phone.
Yep.
What can we do to adjust and calm down and be more social?
I mean, as a partner supporting them or as a friend, say what you see. Oh, I can see you're really into that.
Yeah.
What is it that you're into
Okay.
at the moment? What's the thing? Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're taking interest, but you're starting to form a connection around that.
Okay.
And then it might be like a parallel thing. So you might come and like sit next to them. So you're using proximity.
Yeah.
And for some of our autistic kids, you know, sitting in front of them and doing these ones, oh man. It's like somebody's got their high beams on them and he's like, oh, dude, no. But
Better
like,
to sit next to them?
yeah, sit next to them. Or if you want to have a chat with your kids about this sort of stuff, go for a drive in the car. It's so successful, man. You sit in the car, right? Scenery's changing. You're close. Proximity-wise, man.
Shoulder.
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
Right? But we're yarning away we go. It's less confronting.
Yeah.
A lot of good conversations happen with our sort of 10, 12, up to teenage kids in those situations and talking about that sort of stuff. When you give your kid undivided attention, these disappear.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So one of the things I help my dads with in the dads chat groups that I'm running is some techniques, and one of them is that special playtime, right? Or just playtime, you know. And when you're doing that, you go, all right, guess what? Now's the time, you know. It's on the calendar. You highlight it. You talk about it. You look forward to it. And at that time, maybe it's 20 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes, right?
Just
and you
something.
build that time up. And when we're doing special playtime, it's just you and me, and we're just whatever you want. You want to shoot basketball? Let's go down to the primary school. We're going to shoot hoops. You want to do this?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
See, that's the problem. These that's
Yeah,
no one really does that much.
yeah. Let's climb
Dad's
trees.
busy
Dad's
or
busy.
watching television.
Yep.
Mum's same,
Yeah.
doing something else.
She's flat out,
on the
holding
phone.
everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
or on the phone, or
Yeah.
And then the child is in his room, door closed,
Yep.
disconnecting from the whole world.
Yep.
But what's going on inside here?
Yep. It's crazy, man. Like we have over the last few years, over the last 20 years or so, gone from no. Or, you know, when I was growing up, it's like, oh, you can come home when it gets dark. As long as you're home when it gets dark,
Yeah.
you're all good. And so parental supervision was, you're right, you'll be fine. Now it's the opposite. The world's too scary. So you're not allowed to go out. You're not allowed to play with your friends. You're not allowed to do these sort of things. But as long as you're online, you get your social time through your screen. So that's okay. So they're catching up with their mates and that's all right. But no, don't go outside. So our kids have become more afraid of climbing trees and taking risks. Because coming back to earlier, sorry, man, ADHD brain.
That's
right?
all right.
It's all connected. What we need
conspiracy theory.
we need the board with the red
The yarn.
wall. It's like I made it. It's all connected. But yeah, coming back to that sort of connection and attachment stuff. It's so important to have that time and just be present as much as we possibly can, you know, with those kids. So when they're really alone and that kind of stuff, well, let's go for a walk and you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Or do you want to go for a walk with your mates? What? No one goes for a walk nowadays. That's stupid.
They'll trip out on you.
Yeah. I'm not going for a bike ride with my mates.
Yeah.
Like being able to take risks, being able to be uncomfortable. There's no growth without discomfort, man. Like, you know, we talk about resilience and most people go, it's when something's tricky and you just push through. Yeah, but my definition is it's your ability to sit with physical, emotional, or like intellectual. Oh man, that's a really hard test. I hate maths. Like discomfort and still be able to go, you're getting triggered, it's full on. But you're like, okay, so I got my classmates next to me. Okay, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to get through this. Rather than, nope.
Yeah. Discomfort.
yeah.
I've been working with it a lot recently. It's really good.
Yeah.
I used to be very shy in front of cameras. I don't give a shit. Who cares? Be uncomfortable.
Be uncomfortable.
It elevates you, man. It takes you places where you would never expect.
Yep. And your fear and your anxiety, these sort of things will hold you back from that because that's too scary and that's uncomfortable. And it's those things that, stop us being uncomfortable, stop us trying those things we've always wanted to try. I've always wanted to learn this instrument. I've always wanted to start a podcast. I've always, all these things. And we lean in and we're like, oh man, this is cool.
I want to pull up stats. I was having a look at this yesterday.
Yeah.
The stats of ADHD and autism over the years.
As in how
How it's going up.
Yeah.
What's going on there, Tony?
So-
why are we seeing such a big rise? Once you see
It
it,
is,
here,
it is, yeah, it's huge.
it was, I think in the 2000s, it was 1 out of 156. And now it's like every 36.
Yeah. So there's a few factors in there. One of them is the diagnostic criteria has gotten a lot better.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, it's like physiotherapists going, okay, so now we've got this new system and we're going to use an MRI and we're going to use this and we're going to use ultrasound and we're going to go, oh man, you got a tear in this ligament and we can see what it is. So we're going to diagnose you with that and then we're going to get this treatment and away you go. So it's the same with diagnosing autism, ADHD, these kind of things. So that's one factor, that the ability to, assess and diagnose.
It's easier.
It's gotten easier.
Be able to
It's
find
gotten a
out
bit
if someone
better.
has neurodivergent pretty quickly.
Yep. And the other side of it is
look at that.
Yeah, right.
This is autism.
Yeah.
This one,
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. It's a hell of a rise. I saw data the other day actually saying that they thought that even these current spiking rates are not representative of the population.
Well,
Because
people
it's
who aren't
about
diagnosed,
10%, 10 to 15%. What's that? Sorry.
people who aren't diagnosed.
Correct.
Yeah.
So many of our adults, man, and a lot that we support at the clinic and across the board as well, when they see that they might go through this process with their kids to see if there's a diagnosis, and then maybe they get some support through the NDIS for things that can help them. The data's really good. If you can do early intervention with kids with autism, that it can have hugely beneficial outcomes in their later life, hugely, as opposed to shut down and the smallest life possible. But if, for example, say ADHD, if you get diagnosed with ADHD, it's going to cost you nearly $2,000
Wow.
out of pocket.
That's a lot. Yeah. Some people it's a lot.
How the hell do you afford that?
Yeah.
And the second one is, guess what NDIS support you get if you've got so like me, I've got my ADHD diagnosis, 0.
No support.
See you later, thanks for coming. You might have a life expectancy nearly 10 years shorter than someone who doesn't have it. Good luck. Anyway, that's an aside. So a lot more support and understanding needs to happen. I completely agree. These rates are really going up. I think there's a lot of factors.
Do you reckon loneliness and the disconnect from the world is contributing as well?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the attention span stuff. So sometimes there could be a misdiagnosis as well. And get this. Oh, be gentle. That's beautiful.
Go hard, go crazy. Yes.
Get this. ADHD is indistinguishable. So you cannot spot the difference in terms of the behaviors when you're doing an assessment from severe early trauma.
Ooh.
Right? So
That's really
maybe
interesting.
I don't have ADHD. Maybe I've got a severe early, a series of pretty severe things that
PTSD?
happened when I was young.
Traumatic events.
Yeah. So, which I do have. And this is what we see when we're doing intakes and assessments, right, with our clients. There's not a single client over the last 3-4 years that I've done an intake for that didn't have some very, very
Severe
challenging things
trauma.
happen. Yeah, man, in those first 4 years. From pregnancy, because that's a factor, how stressed mum is, how safe mum is, what the environment's like at home. Cortisol, stress hormone, which is, what baby might be growing in, swimming around in, that stress hormone. It's growing the guard dog before the kid's even born.
Yeah.
So
women
that guard dog,
go through that.
Yeah.
When they're getting pregnant, they go through such emotions. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's
And then
such a
imagine
massive
having
change.
autism and on top of that,
Oh, yeah.
their brain's gone everywhere.
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
too quick sometimes to diagnose as well? Like ADHD especially? I think autism obviously different, but with
Yeah.
ADHD, do we sort of just throw them in that camp without diagnosing correctly? That it might be trauma, there might be something with their upbringing, for example.
Yeah, correct. And I think sometimes that can be the case. With the, I guess, better testing methods nowadays, it's less likely, which is good. I think back in the day, it certainly happened more. But I think, it's for all of us, parents, medical health professionals, researchers, everyone's like, whoa, like looking at just how high it is. And I think you're right, the societal stuff, right, with things that are coming at you so much like this, and that dopamine dependency is a really, really hard one for our ADHD of all ages, It's brutal. With that dopamine stuff, right, when you get high spikes over, you got scoliosis, right,
Yeah.
doing these ones, so I'm smashing myself with dopamine. There's so much happening getting passed between your neurons, right, your nerve cells, that the bit that the catch is met, right, that actually grabs the dopamine and then passes the message on, your brain goes, oh man, there's too much dopamine, man, shut down, we need less catches
Overload.
met. Yeah, overload.
Yep.
So it decreases the number of catches met, which
Wow.
means so there's less targets to hit, which means you need more dopamine to get the same hit. It's literally an addictive pathway. It's the same as like getting addicted to opioids and stuff. Yeah, it's mad. It's
Are we-
physically what happens.
Are we also sometimes too quick to medicate as well as, once the diagnosis, are you more on the, okay, medicate first, ask questions later, or rather, is there more work to be done before we move to medicating, especially children, if we or jump to that, like that seems extreme, right?
Yeah, and it does seem extreme, and I completely understand parents' hesitancy around it. It's like, what? You're going to give amphetamines to my kid? Right?
Yeah.
I completely understand it. But having experienced it myself, having seen the effect on many clients over the years, and not just that, the data as well, and it takes on average of 3 years to get the balance right in terms of medication type and dosage. It's a really tricky thing to get, but the journey and the benefit is really, really huge. So, but it's not a one-shot deal. It's not like, medicate everybody and we'll be fine. It's like, look at that, look at diet, look at physical activity, look at screen time. There's so many factors, and look at just play, man, just connect. Because that can really help. If your anxiety symptoms are coming out a lot as, oh man, I just, because your brain's not feeling safe and you're just dysregulated, having more of this, even just those little doses, is huge.
How do we work on calming the brain down?
I've got a trick for you. You just did it, but we're going to do it slightly different. Try this, man.
Okay.
We're going to breathe in together for 3 seconds.
Yep.
We're going to breathe out for 6.
Okay.
Yeah. You ready?
Yep.
We'll do it together. 1, 2, 3, go. Sweet. And then we'll go out for 6. One more time. No pressure either way. Notice anything.
Wow. My brain feels really relaxed.
Do you?
Yeah. No word of a lie. Heart rate's just relaxed.
Okay, so what we just did there, this is a mad short circuit, right?
That's crazy.
Something simple as that. What?
Yeah. You actually feel like it's a little high in the brain.
That's it. Yeah, which is your oxygen levels are up. So you're sharp and you're clear, but your body's slowed down.
Yeah.
So it engages what's called your parasympathetic nervous system. That's right, viewers. There will be a quiz. I'm kidding, there's not. But like, bloody teachers.
I'll put a quiz at the end.
Hey, it's really intense. But like, so most of the time we're in sympathetic nervous system mode. So our brain's gone and we're thinking, we're planning, what's next, right? We're doing this, right? We're all doing that. But when we did what we just did, we went into what's called parasympathetic nervous system mode. What it means is we've just gone, changed our whole nervous system, so brain and nerves connecting to our body, everything like that, into what's called rest and digest. And we've slowed down. And often, this is crazy, sometimes the room around you looks sharper. Sometimes our voice drops a little, like pitch. And I do this with clients a lot. When you're in relationship with people, so when you do stuff like storytelling and just being present with each other, it also helps bring us to there as well, which is really cool. And then you notice what your body's telling you, which is like, this happens a lot with clients in the playroom when I'm working with them. They'll be like, oh yeah, and I've just finished, got nuts on the drums and I'm playing guitar with them or whatever we're doing. And then they're like, I need to go and poo.
Yeah. Just out of nowhere.
Because they've just realized that they haven't gone to the toilet in hours and they can just tune into what their body's telling them. Or I'm really thirsty. I'm really hungry.
Because I did feel sharp. I felt very relaxed. And it's the same thing with, I remember speaking to a psychologist a long time ago and she was explaining about anxiety. That's what anxiety is. Anxiety is you realize your heart starts to race. It's going really fast.
Yep.
All you need to do is just breathe and bring your heart rate back down.
Yep.
That's what anxiety is.
Yeah.
Your heart just starts to race and it's like this memory guy we had on last time. Anxiety is, your brain starts to create stories and it goes back to what you were saying.
It's a storytelling brain.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It does. Do you know what? For what it's worth, I reckon anxiety is 2 words, man. What if?
Well.
Right.
Yeah, what if? Yeah, it is. It's just a fear. It doesn't even exist.
Yep.
The story doesn't exist.
Right.
It's
Fear
like
of
going
the
for a
future.
license.
Fear of the future, right? A lot of anxiety
Yep.
comes from looking into the future, fearing the future.
Yep.
Trauma comes from the past, So you
Yep.
and then that's why being present is so important, right? You spoke a lot about being present, and that's like
And play.
Yeah, playing in the present and being there, focused in that present moment.
Yeah.
That anxiety disappears because you're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about the past. You
Yeah.
know? So the trauma, anxiety can dissipate. If you live in the present, right?
Totally. And when you were like, as such a good example, right? And when you're talking before I met about, oh man, my bloody math teacher, and he said, all I said was bless you.
Yeah.
And you were back there, man. I saw the schoolboy, right? You're 100% back there because trauma is time travel, right?
Yeah.
And so linked with that what if,
I love
that
that.
anxiety.
Trauma's back. Yeah.
It is time travel, right? Because you have vivid recollection of that time and that moment, And so it's so important when we go, okay, well, hang on, far out. that's just looping. I'm just stuck on that. How do I deal with that trauma and that anxiety of the what ifs, and what was? How do I do that? And the only way to do it is to be present in relationship with someone.
Full focus.
Yeah. Yep.
Live in the moment.
Yeah, totally. And sometimes you have to stay in your body. Sometimes you have to use a squishy brain, or sometimes you have to bounce your feet or take your shoes off and just move your toes around. Or if you're like me, I love jumping on the drums and smashing the hell out of them.
Yeah.
And, getting your body moving and staying present. Playing
Exercise?
along.
How's exercise? Exercise
Yeah,
good as well?
totally, man.
Sports?
Exercise is amazing. Yeah.
I remember I had one of my early guests on who was a lawyer by the name Ray Gordon. He told me how important sports is for children.
Huge.
Getting communities together.
Yeah, because they're learning their pro-social skills.
Yep.
They're learning to lead and follow, and like team sports as well. Like so huge.
Now I don't like to be negative and pessimistic about it, but we are so antisocial, man. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
I've been there. It's a bad place to be, man.
Yep.
And it's getting only worse. I see it only get worse and worse and worse. Technology is too crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm so social. I got 500 friends on Facebook, man. Where were they when I needed to change my car tire?
It's crazy. I seen a little post on Instagram yesterday. A guy recording an Uber. So he does Uber and he's delivering food. He legit showed the house was just here, and then he turned the phone and McDonald's was just across.
Oh, man.
So he delivered to this person,
Yeah.
like, as in
McDonald's is right across the road,
Yeah.
and the guy called Uber for that
Yeah.
because he couldn't leave the house. I'm
Yeah,
just
no, I
like,
can't leave the house.
yeah.
Yeah. This is what happens. And look, we are heading that way faster than we think. Hello, AI revolution, right? So the amount of jobs that already have and are going to be affected by, automated systems. Here's my grocery order. I never have to go do the groceries again. No, can't people.
pretty dangerous.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
And so what can we do with that sort of stuff? We have to really consciously work so hard to climb a tree, to get dirty, go for a walk, volunteer, catch up, try and say hi to our neighbors, these
So
kind of
important.
things, because otherwise, that's why we've got such high rates of anxiety as well. It's going through the roof.
Yeah.
And the cure to that sort of stuff, the cure to anything like that, addictive behaviors, I know, man, I blimmin' took it way too far with my drinking some years back, and had to go to hospital early 2020 with AFib, so atrial fibrillation. So top parts of my heart just going, bleh.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, that's really weird. Had to get the old, full on, because of what I was doing to my body.
From alcohol.
Yeah, because it was just go, I got to do this, I got to do that, go. And then anytime feelings of sadness or discomfort, oh no, it's all right. Oh,
Drink.
a whiskey will take it away. I get a bit of buzz on, I'm good. Same again the next day. Yeah.
See, I don't like to drink myself. I feel like alcohol is a bandage. Any intoxicant.
Yeah, of course.
It's just a bandage for your problems.
Yeah.
You wake up the next day, it's the same shit, man.
Yeah.
Bang, open, shh,
Just with a hangover and a slightly dented wallet.
And more anxiety.
more anxiety.
Because the hangovers create a
Yeah.
huge amount of anxiety.
No, right? Yeah.
Huge amount of anxiety.
Yeah, huge.
Until you start having all these heart problems, and then your health is gone. And once it goes, you can never get it back.
Correct. Yep.
They can adjust and fix stuff and get on medication, but your life's done.
Yep. And all of that is because of that discomfort, because of that not being able to pass through sadness, allow yourself to feel sadness.
Yeah.
Because how many of our little boys growing up, when our little boys like, oh, I lost my thing, and what we'd say to our daughter would be, oh, I can see you've lost your doll. Oh, that's so sad. Let's have a look together and we'll see if we can find it. Well, often with how we're brought up as guys, we wouldn't be allowed to show that for our dads, in front of our dads growing up, because they weren't allowed to show any kind of vulnerability, any kind of, it's just a normal emotion. Yeah. That anger, sadness, fear, well, it's just a normal emotion, but it's been kind of suppressed. So when a little boy's like, oh, I lost my thing, which is like, oh, it's all right. Well, come on, mate, you're all right. Oh, I hurt my knee. You're all right, mate, come on. And then we wonder years later why they can't, why they can't talk about things, why they can't share about something, why there's so much anger they're holding back just below the surface. you know?
Boys and girls, how do they, in the girl world with ADHD and autism, do they experience it differently to boys? Or is it pretty similar? Because women have more emotions in their world, I feel like they...
Yes and no. So there's we just haven't had it modeled to us to express them. Because if we do, well, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's, what are you?
Yeah, I get you.
We're allowed to, our emotional palette, right? Here's my little, here is my palette and I will paint with my emotions.
Yeah.
Okay, shit, I've only got 2 colors. And so that's all I had personally, right? For so many of us guys, that's all we have. It's like, I've got white. So it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's happy. It's all good. And then I got black or red for rage or, and that's it. And so it takes a hell of a lot of work against our upbringings, And I say that with respect and validation for my parents who did the best they could with the tools they had, and for up the generations. But it's taken a lot of work, and then now there's a lot more of a palette there. It's a really hard one. Girls do, it's more accepted for them to express
their feelings,
those kind of feelings. But for kids with autism and ADHD, the ADHD kids, often you see the emotions come out.
Yeah.
Because the braking system, it'll come out.
But the little girls are more quiet and reserved.
And they can be struggling just as much. The anxiety disorders are like double, triple that for males, like huge. But it's internal, man. You can't see it. You can't see it in the classroom. Very hard to see in the playground, right? These girls growing up. But on the inside, they're just absolutely spinning out. And then, later on, just really sort of disengaging from things, self-harm, all sorts of stuff. So it's a really, really hard one to spot.
Self-harm, I feel like it's a really sad one.
It is.
Because I've seen it with some people that have experienced it. They hate themselves, so they start being violent towards themselves. And they really hurt themselves. Whether it's bashing yourself or headbutting a wall or... It's a very dark place. What leads us to this? What leads us to self-harm?
I mean, in some cases, it might start smaller too, and it might be like just sort of repetitive scratching behaviours, which becomes cutting later on.
Is it they are addicted to the pain, or are they trying to forget? What is it? What's the deal with pain?
Yeah, so when you feel so numb, when you're what's called hypoarousal, right? So we've got this as a window of tolerance, right? Imagine this, like a band, right?
Yep.
It's a little river. Cruising down the river, right? And that's cool. Now, each one of us on any day might have a bit of a narrower window of tolerance, right? Or a wider one, And up here, on this bank of the river, up here, we've got hyper arousal, which is where I live most of the time. So you're like, woo, doing that sort of stuff. If you stay up there too long, right, and you can't find a way back into that window of tolerance, into that river, where you can think and feel and act and all good, then you get down here, which is hypo-arousal. It's shut down, man. It's just like, I'm gone.
Dark, close the door.
Close the door. You're numb to a lot of emotional stuff. You're like shut down. Your brain actually releases enzymes that's similar to like pain blockers. Like they release chemicals that block pain in a similar way that if you're an antelope getting eaten by a lion, you're trying to shut down pain receptors so you don't feel as much pain while you're being eaten alive. Like it's full on. And so when you're there long enough, that's like severe anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation, this sort of stuff, self-harm. So it's a real shutdown. The cutting side of it is an attempt to have some kind of control and stimulus of feeling.
Okay.
It's that I want to feel something.
Okay.
It's often not conscious, right? It's not like I'm going to do this because this will get me attention.
Yeah, nah. It's just between yourself.
Yeah. And it's
you're
like
trying
I
to
can't
feel something.
anything. I've got to find a way back up. I've got to get back up to that river because I'm stuck on this bank.
And that's where the cycle starts to happen because it can lead to self-harm or it can lead to substance like alcohol and drugs and pharmaceuticals, which is it's a dangerous world.
Because this will help me feel something, right? Because
I don't feel anything else. I'm numb.
Yep.
And then you got the family disconnected.
Yep.
No one's reaching out.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I'm weird.
Yeah. Yes.
Close the door, isolate yourself, and now you're listening to really dark music.
Yep.
And No one's asking about this poor person.
Yeah. And underneath it too, like, and I'm all about any kind of like music, art, whatever it is. And if you are, if you're going to your room, you're shutting down, you're just listening to like,
Yeah.
I was really
Heavy
tempted.
metal's great. What are you talking about?
I was so tempted to bring my guitar today.
Should have got
We could have done a death metal version.
Hey, man, let's start a band. I play guitar. We can
that's
start a
Grab the
band.
guitar, start smashing up and fit on his head.
Oh, sorry, we blacked out
Climbing
for a
the
minute.
walls.
That's it.
Bloody hell.
But finding ways to do that can be really powerful. But if you're doing it alone, then it can just be that spiral, right? When I'm working in the room with clients on the drum kit or the electric guitar and that sort of stuff, I'll teach them a little bit of the basics.
Yeah.
And so once they start playing that, it's like, oh, dude, that's sick. And we get the headphones on and we're through a mixer and I'll just be like playing with them. And I'm like, you're the boss. Because they've got to have that
They feel
control
empowered.
and the empowerment, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, so what's the story? Like, where are we going? What are we doing? And then it becomes like, oh man, when your stepdad yelled at you or that teacher yelled at you this week, like, what would that sound like? Every time they go for the bass drum, and they're just like, boom. I'm like, let's write a song about that guy. And before you know it, we're writing a song like, oh, Mr. Watson, you don't know me.
Yeah, it's full
And
on.
we're doing it together and we're finding a positive way to externalize. So to get it out.
Release.
Yeah, release
What
it.
I really love
Release it.
about what you do is you've done it with me. You make the opposite feel empowered.
Ooh.
Yeah, you make me feel empowered. The way you explain and express, and it's all about you. You know, your ideas and how you feel. And it teaches me, like, it makes you feel powerful, like in your own way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your expression and if someone made like a sound, normally in another world, it would be like, that's terrible, sounds shit. And you're like, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
And in his brain, it's like, wow, this is cool. Yeah, so I'm
Is
gonna
it?
keep going.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like it empowers you in your own world.
Yep. Yeah. It's
crazy.
All you need to do is meet them in that little part, like, oh, I'm going to break off this branch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're going to break off that branch.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah.
I swear to you, when I was just like, yeah, man, do it, 100%. And I'm geeing him up in my own way, like motivating him. He's like, you reckon? I can see him starting. He's like, yeah, and he's running, he's grabbing the branch. I was like, yeah, keep breaking the branch. And he's happy.
Yeah.
He's happy. Going back to that dark place,
Yeah.
what are some little advices, tips and tricks and to get out of that world? Even little steps.
I love it. It's a great question.
You got someone, let's get really dark and raw.
Yeah, of course.
No love from family, no love from friends, no love from anyone. You're between harming yourself and you're between giving up on yourself and killing yourself and suicide, and you're about to enter alcohol and drugs. What would you tell that person?
You're enough.
Yeah.
You're enough as you are. And it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Like, feel it and then see what it looks like. Sketch it, draw it, sculpt it. And find that one person. And I know you won't feel like that person's out there because where you're at, there's no one else around. But try and find a way, even if it's just touching a foot with someone who's near you, some kind of connection, and show them that, and show them what it is. And through those little steps of like connection and touch and anything like that, it helps our brain outside of that story we're telling ourselves, I'm a piece of shit, I'm worthless, I'm nothing, right? But when we have that little connection, then that can mean there's another connection, and that starts to tell our brain outside of the story that we're actually gonna be okay and we can get through this and that storm will pass. You know, it's so important. But going straight in with talk to someone like that,
Yeah, powerful.
yeah. But touch and finding other ways to connect with them is so important.
Yeah.
And you know, if you have a child like this or a mate like this or anything, you don't have to be a psychologist, man. Like, you just do what we did.
Yeah.
You can just, and if they don't want to share, then you sit with them And all you need to do, and if they're like, get out of my room, we'll just be in the doorway, just be nearby.
Yeah.
Proximity, you know? And then eventually as they feel a little bit safer, you can slowly move a bit closer. And all you need to do is just breathe slowly.
Yeah.
Because as surely as we can share a yawn or a story, you in a closer space and slowly breathing, they'll pick up on it. And that will help bring them down a bit.
For listeners out there, we love you guys. And whoever that's struggling with anything, and these youngsters know that we're here. If you want to open up Tony's site, please reach out to this wonderful man. What's your website?
So there's a few actually. What a classic ADHD move, eh?
We'll show them all.
There's like 500 tabs up. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, check us out, buildingbetterbrains.com.au. All good. Judgment-free zone, man. You're sweet.
Yeah, there it is.
That's us. Yeah. So,
Check him
yeah.
out. Check him out.
beautiful.
Reach out. If you feel like your child is a bit different and unique and special, they
Yeah.
are special, they are angels, they are gifted, reach out and work with your children. I've learned so much today. It's incredible how important it is to connect with your children
Yeah.
and connect with people and be able to focus on them. This is what it's about. It's about creating relationships.
That's it.
And it's incredible. You know, I just want people out there to know that we love you. That is
exactly
it.
right.
We love you, and that we're all going to work together and hopefully grow together and create relationships.
Boom. Beautifully said.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Ooh. That's a really good question. I don't even know where it came from. Might have even come from my own brain. But just be kind to yourself. You know, there's the zone of good enough when it comes to being a dad, when it comes to being a parent, workmate, any relationships, family, that sort of stuff. The zone of good enough, 70%. Man, be kind to yourself. Everybody's always looking for oh man, I have to do this technique and I have to learn this thing and that stuff. Just breathe, just play, just be kind to yourself.
Enjoy life.
Hell yeah.
Live the moment.
It's the journey, man. No destination. Any goal we get to, it's like, yeah.
It's never enough.
Yeah.
You might make
Never enough.
make $1 million.
Yeah.
You want 2 million.
Yeah, correct.
It's never ending.
It's bottomless. So man, being present. No one's ever going to look back on life and go, oh man, I wish I played my iPad at the restaurant.
Yeah, nah.
Definitely not.
Right? But they might go, how sick was that time we went camping? I was a bit nervous about that,
Yeah.
but that was amazing. Heard a wombat. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Or walked up and approached a woman, tried to talk to her.
Yeah, correct, right? Yeah. I swallowed my pride and I actually said, oh, hey, how you doing?
Got rejected.
Yeah, so did I. First time I met my wife, I walked up to her. Karaoke night.
Got to tell us this story. Let's hear it.
I know, sorry, we're out of time. But so I walked up to us running this karaoke night. The dive boat crapped out, had to make money. It's like living on a ski field, mate, when you're working on a Hamilton Island resort. It's an expensive place to live.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, making a bit of ends meet, getting on the mic, you know. Okay, and up next we've got Sian singing Natural Woman. And she got up and sang. And I was just like, whoa. Because she's a singer, like singing background and that sort of stuff. She's been a performer for years before she got into being a therapist. And I walked up to her afterwards and I was just, I'm reasonably confident now, you know, in middle age. But like, I wasn't a big one-liner guy. I wasn't a big like pickup line kind of guy.
So you're sitting there overthinking it.
Yeah. And it just kind of came out and I was just like, you gave me goosebumps. And she
That's
was just
awkward
like,
as.
okay, and walked off. And so that was the end of it. It was basically a flamethrower.
That's
burn.
it. Gone.
A month later, we actually met and sat down and started talking and away we
Wow.
went from there. Yeah. So it all started with a brutal burn. But at least I had the confidence to say to her, you gave me goosebumps.
It's like the last guest we had on. What did he say? In order to see light, you must burn sometimes. What is it? And it's so true.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to burn a little bit.
Yep. You do. You have to be uncomfortable. There's no growth without discomfort, right? Oof.
I think this could have gone on for 2 or 3 days.
I
Tony.
know.
You're the man. I appreciate you being on.
Thanks so much for
Ladies and
having me,
gentlemen,
guys.
for that are watching.
It was a pleasure.
This is his website. If you want to reach out, hit him up. He's the man, the master.
Stop it. Let's keep the conversation going. Yeah, check out dadschat.com.au as well, ADHDspeaks.com.au, and of course, Building Better Brains. Thanks for having me.
You're the man, Tony.
Too
I
good.
appreciate it. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
You're the man. Tony,
Cheers.
You're an absolute